Hi, my name is Jay, and I wanted to thank you for joining us. Samita and I are going to be, I'm going to be working with you today on some breathing exercises. From housekeeping tips first, what I want you to do is make sure that you're sitting in a standard chair with legs like this, unless you're in a wheelchair. And then if you're in a wheelchair, just make sure it's locked. Give yourself enough room that you can put your arms out like this without hitting anybody. And then the other thing I want you to do is make sure that you have somebody with you if you feel for some reason that you're not steady or you're not comfortable. If at any time that you're feeling uncomfortable or you're feeling short of breath or having some pain, just remember to stop and give yourself some rest, and then you can try to resume. If it continues though, please stop and just listen to the rest of the talk. And then go back to your physician and ask them, to talk with you about it. All right, so what we want to do today is first talk about some simple breathing. So I'm going to have you sit upright in the chair. So I'm going to put my chair on the side so you can see me a little bit better. And you're going to place one hand on your belly and one hand on your upper chest. And now what I want you to do is just close your eyes and see what hand is moving. So the hand on the belly should be the one that you feel moving out and in. If you're having a hard time with this, try sniffing, and you'll feel that your belly starts working. That's where you want the movement to come from. So do you feel your belly moving now? Okay. If you don't worry. It sometimes takes a while to get this. You can also try laying back a little bit. And if you lay back a little bit, that'll give you a little bit easier time to try to work on bringing your belly up and down. Okay. Okay, so we're going to try this 10 times. So I'm going to have you close your eyes. And I'm going to count. Deep breath in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out, in, out. If you're feeling yourself get lightheaded, just stop. In and out, in and out, and 3 more. In and out, in and out, and then 1 more. In and out. Okay, so great. So now what I want you to do is to open your eyes. And when you breathe, what I want you to remember is to breathe in through your nose. Let the air come in through your nose and blow it out as if you were blowing candles out. So it would look like this. Okay, so let's try that. We're going to try breathing 10 times. Don't have to breathe heavy, just try the mechanism of breathing through your nose and out through your mouth. So in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out. You're doing great. Okay, so we'll do 5 more, okay? So in and out and in and out. 3 more. in and out, in and out. One last time, in and out. Okay, so take a second and rest. If anybody's feeling lightheaded, just stop for a second and just relax. See if you can just get your breathing back under control before you start again. Okay, and reach out to your caregiver if you're having any issues. All right, so now what I want you to do is to try to see if you can breathe in through your nose and blow out longer. So we're going to do 5 of those. So we're going to breathe in through your nose and blow out slowly. So you're emptying your lungs, and it's taking longer for you to empty your lungs than to fill them. And that allows you to really get rid of all the excess air in your lungs. So let the next breath in, okay? So you're gonna breathe that in and blow out slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in through your nose and out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I want you to try for the next couple to put your hands back on your belly and see if when you're breathing in, if you can try to get your hand to go out while you breathe in. So breathe in with your nose, have your belly come out, and see if you can blow out slowly, like this. And breathe in and out. And one more time. In and out. Okay, great work. So what we want to do now is teach you some exercises that you can do and use those breathing exercises while you're doing the movements. So one thing to keep in mind is that it's not necessarily as easy as it seems like it is to do. For some people, it's going to take a while, and that's okay. It'll just take you some time to practice. If you try to concentrate for about 10 minutes, a few times a day, and just concentrate with your eyes closed on where the movement's coming from, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, you will get this. And once you get it, it will become natural for you and you won't feel like you need to concentrate anymore. Okay, so the next thing I want you to do is, again, make sure that you're looking so that you have room between both of you. And what I want you to do is to try to reach out with your arms, taking a deep breath in. So bring your arms up and out, and breathe in and bring them back down and blow out. And back up and out and in. And bring your arms up and out again and in. If your arms are getting tired, it's okay to just keep them at your side and let them rest for a second. That's 4. We're going to do one more. Breathe in. Okay, take a rest for a second. Okay. So one thing that you can do to make this fun is you can take a table and you take a piece of tissue and you just put that piece of tissue, clean tissue obviously, on the table, and then you try to blow and see if you can move the tissue out across the table. The further you can breathe, the further you can move the tissue, the further you're going to get a deeper breath. So you can try this when you get your break or whenever you'd like to try it, but it's basically a really easy way to see visually how big of a breath are you taking. So again, the bigger the breath you take, the further the tissue is going to go, okay? So these in of themselves are strengthening your lungs. Doesn't seem like you are, but every time you're bringing air in, you're working the muscles to help strengthen them so that you can bring more air in. The more air you can bring in, the more air that you can breathe out. And in the case of needing to cough stuff out, you need to have a lot of volume behind you to cough it out. Okay, so we're trying to get bigger volumes in so that we can get bigger volumes out, and so that we can get bigger volumes in to get better oxygen exchange. Okay, so what I want you to realize is when you close your eyes and you breathe like this is actually one way to relax. So if you close your eyes, and if you need to recline back again, just recline. Let me move my chair. And you just close your eyes and try to visualize somewhere that you'd like to be. You could put music on, try to keep it calm and quiet, try to close yourself off from other people, and just spend about 5 to 10 minutes a couple times a day, even one time a day, to just take some time out and just work on trying to relax and concentrate, just working on your breathing. Not working hard, you're just concentrating on the movements and trying to pay attention to your breathing and not everything outside of you. Okay. So we're going to do a few exercises with our arms, and I'm going to show you what they are. So the first one is bringing our arms up like this and back down. And when you bring your arms up, deep breath in and out. And in and out. And in and out. And in and out. Take a break for a second. And the next one we're going to do is to try to work on trying to swim. So pretend that you're swimming, you're circling your arms around and just trying to pretend that you're pushing the water out from your hands and breathing at the same time. So you're doing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Okay, we're going to do sets of 5, but if you can do sets of 10, that would be the preferred way to do it. But since I can't see you to see how you're doing and I can't monitor you, I want to start small. You can always build up and do more, but we don't want to overexert you. You're not supposed to feel short of breath when you're done. Shouldn't feel dizzy or lightheaded. So if you're doing that, you're feeling that rather, just stop for a second. Okay. So the next one is to pretend that you are reaching down and getting something out from your pocket and bringing it up. So you reach down and up and down and up. Okay, when you're doing this, you're breathing in and out, and in and out, and in and out. And if that doesn't feel natural to you, you can breathe out on this part and in on this part. Okay, either way, just the fact that you're continuing to breathe while you're doing the exercise is what's important. Okay, so the next one is that you're trying to work on trying to bend forward and bend back. Okay, and when you bend forward, you're going to take a deep breath in, or a breath in first, and you're going to be forward and you're going to blow out and come back up. Breathe in and out and come back up. Okay, so I'm going to turn my chair to the side so you can see. I'm just breathing in and out. And in and out. All right. So we're going to continue in a couple of minutes. I'm going to give you about a minute to relax, and we're just going to talk a little bit about just keeping your lungs healthy. So one thing to do is to remember that unless you're on restrictions with how much you can drink, you want to be bringing in at least 64 ounces a day, and most people are not. Most people, if you really were to check, you aren't bringing in enough fluids, and when you aren't going to have an easy time coughing up anything that comes out. So that's really important, and that's just one reason why water is really important. So again, unless you're on a fluid restriction where the doctor tells you, no, you can't have this much water, try to get in more water a day, even if it's just taking a glass and putting it by your side. And then every time you look, just take a little bit and put it down again and see if you can get through drinking more, okay? Another thing is just moving. Moving in general is really good for your lungs, it's good for your muscles, it's good for your brain, it's good for your heart, it's good for everything. So when you're walking, you are working on your breathing, and you have to work a little harder when you're walking because you're putting forth more effort. It would be the same thing as if you're wheeling your chair. In fact, actually wheeling your chair can be more exhausting because you're just using your arms, okay? So if you are wheeling your chair, one way you can make it easier is to use your legs also and walk with your legs at the same time. But what you want to do when you're walking is to pay attention to your breathing, like we did today, and try to see if you can get good air exchange in. So the air is coming in through the bottoms of your lungs, and you're blowing it all out. All right, so let's go back to doing some more exercises. So another one is you're going to cross your arms like this, and you're going to bring them up like this. So cross them like this, deep breath in and out, and in and out, and in and out, and in and out. And I lost my count. I don't know if that was 4 or 5. Can we go one more time? Go in and out. Okay, great. All right. So everybody still with me, I hope? All right. The next one we're going to do is just trying to see if we can stretch our muscles. We want to have good posture. When we have good posture, that helps us to fill up our lungs better. So if you're sitting, try to sit a little bit away from the back of the chair and see if you can bring your shoulders back and see if you can keep your abdomen forward so you have a little bit of an arch in your back. So you shouldn't feel like you're really cramming yourself to go backwards, but just trying to sit up basically straight so that the air can come and fill your lungs more. And we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. We'll do 10 of these. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. The next one we want to do is to still sit up nice and tall, okay? And see if you can keep your curve in your belly, in your back, excuse me. And while you're doing that, what I want you to do is to try to shrug your shoulders up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. You're doing good. And up, down, and up, and down, and up, and down. I'm going to do 2 more. Up, down, up, and down. Okay. So hopefully everybody's still with me. Another way that you can actually have fun trying to strengthen your lungs is if you have your grandkids come when things get a little bit less hectic and there's not so much craziness out there, and blow bubbles with them. Because that's something that they like to do, and it actually makes you work on taking deeper breaths and blowing it out. So that's one thing that you can just think about. Another is we're going to work a little bit on side bending. So we're going to come and bring your arm over the side, and be careful, make sure that you're holding on to something if you don't feel steady. You're trying to stretch this area right here. So we're going to try to hold it for 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. And we're going to reverse it and we're going to do the other way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go back to the other way. These should not be painful. If you're straining, back up a little bit. If you're finding that it's hard to do, just do what you can do and just let your body just relax a little bit and let the muscles stretch a little. Okay. If you're having a hard time getting your arms up, it's still okay to modify it and to just try to turn your body this way. So you're just trying to bring your shoulder down and you're still stretching out that side, even though you're not necessarily bringing your arm up. So we're going to hold this for 5 again. And then we're going to go to the other side. Hold it for 5. Okay. And then we're going to try to bring our arms behind us and try to stick your chest out. So we're trying to feel a stretch right here in these muscles, okay? So just by squeezing your shoulder blades together like we did earlier and trying to bring your chest out. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. Okay, all right. So working your arm muscles is always harder on your heart and your lungs. So that's why we want to work your leg muscles too. And you can do this in the chair. You do not have to stand up for this. The fact that you're actually moving is making your muscles work. So that's good. So the first one you can do is simply just trying to bring your knee up and back down again. And back up and back down. While you're doing this, try to see if you can coordinate it with your breathing. So you're breathing in and out, and in and out, in and out. You don't have to breathe hard, just make sure that you're breathing in and out, okay? Let's try the other leg. In and out, and in and out. 3 more, and in and out, and in and out. 1 more, in and out. Okay. The next one, you want to give yourself enough room that you can bring your leg out, and you're not going to kick anybody. And you're going to try to bring your leg out and then back down again slowly, and bring it back up. And try to really concentrate on controlling how slow you can bring your leg down. 3 and 4. Breathing in and out. And 5. And we're going to switch into the other side. In and out. And in and out. And in and out. 2 more, in and out. And in and out. All right, great work. All right, so if you've not done exercise for a while, or if you've been kind of sitting mostly just in your chair, not doing much, these could actually feel like they're a lot of work. And that's okay. You'll just go slow, and you slowly build yourself up to that you can try to do 10, at least 10 at a time. And you should start to feel that you're working your muscles a little bit. So you shouldn't feel really achy sore, but you may feel like, ooh, I can really feel like I did anything. If you're having any real aches and pains, make sure you reach out to your nurse or your home health aide, your aide rather, and let them know. These should not cause you shortness of breath. They shouldn't cause you chest pain. They shouldn't make you feel absolutely exhausted when you're done. So if you're having any of these symptoms, please get in touch with the nurse and let her know, and just stop and wait until you can see somebody so they can give you better or individualized guidance. So I hope this has been helpful. I enjoyed working with you. It's a little hard when I can't see you, but I do appreciate it. And I'd like to have a nice day, and try to use these exercises to take some of the stress out from all the news and the media that's inundating us and making us feel really anxious. It's a hard time for everybody, and especially when you're stuck inside and you can't really see what's going on. Really just try to take it slow, day at a time, deep breath in and out. Okay. All right, well, thank you very much. And I hope you have a nice day.